1947, North Carolina, Duke Hospital-ish. Grace and Will have been dating and together for a while. Let me know if I'm not loud enough because I'm trying a new angle.
Okay. Am I loud enough?
Yeah.
Cool.
I just normally like this, so I'm trying to be a little more far away from it, so then maybe I can transcend. Who is that?
Transcend.
Sorry. Cats have been fighting a lot today. Yeah, so Grace and Will and Grace, working...
Not that
Will and Grace, working at the hospital this winter evening, let's say. And a rare kind of day where they're doing a lot of work together. They happen to be assigned to a lot of similar things.
Okay.
And I feel like probably Will would hear about this first, that a variety of patients are coming over to Duke Hospital from the Dorothea Dix Hospital in Raleigh, which is a mental asylum. And they're having overflow issues and can't treat all of their patients, so they're sending some of them to Duke this evening. Because I think Grace is probably making some rounds, and maybe Will is the one that hears that on the phone.
Okay. Took the call. So I think he would notify his staff to get ready for an influx of patients coming from the from Dick's hospital, and I think because it's a mental health facility, I think he would just make sure he was pointing out the safety precautions intact to try to keep everybody safe, the patients safe while they're here. So to be extra careful and just be extra just understanding, I think, and patient with them, because it's hard to be sent to a new place that you don't know if you're used to getting care from a certain facility.
Your staff is responding well. I would imagine Grace is in that mix as well. Keeping her professional distance like she does at work.
Like she do.
And, eventually you begin to receive the patients, and the staff kind of disperses to get them set up in rooms and talk with the transporting staff about what treatments all of them need. Eventually, one of the nurses comes to you and gives you kind of a list of all the things that need to happen so you can start to work through them and assign people to them. One of which is a patient that requires ECT, which is something that Duke Hospital provides and does have the facilities for at this point. A lot of the others, it's just kind of basic care, and they just don't have space right now in the other hospital, so it's just keeping them effectively sedated and restrained. But this particular patient, late 20s, 28, 29-year-old female patient who has been receiving ECT at Dick's, and for some reason or other was part of this transport group. And I would imagine that's something that Grace probably has experience with. Not all of the staff do in assisting with that.
Right. So because he knows that, then he would probably put her on it with him. Um,
Has he
and he would.
spoken to her individually at all in this whole thing?
I don't think so. I think he's just in like work mode of like, hey, we've got this influx of patients, and we gotta, I gotta juggle them all and make sure they all are taken care of. And so he kind of takes on that leadership role, and he's in work mode, and he's not like he knows that she's all about work too, so he's not gonna like really
Mm-hmm.
do anything really because she gets mad at him when he treats her like a, anything more than just another staff nurse.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just in work mode and he's not worried about it at this point.
She follows you to where they've moved this patient, keeping a normal distance and not really chatting at all because it's very busy at the moment with all of this stuff happening. And again, she's very curt and professional at work.
So I guess they go into the room with the patient, and well, I guess he'd have her chart. He would look over her chart first. I think probably out in the hallway with, I guess, with Grace, and kind of talk over like what it is they have to do. And does she look? Is she showing any signs of anything? She just looks like normal
She's
working Grace.
she's mostly normal working Grace. She does look a little more stoic than usual,
Does
if
he
that's
like?
possible.
Does he pick up on? Would he have picked up on that at all?
Probably a little bit. He's pretty perceptive of her.
Yeah. And he so kind of goes through and talks like, okay, we're gonna go in and do the assessment, introduce ourselves, do the assessment, all that, and are you okay?
I'm fine.
You sure? I mean,
It's very busy and stressful.
you seem a little on edge, and I mean, I know this is a stressful situation, but you sure?
I'm sure.
You tell me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go in. Let's get it taken care of then, huh?
Okay.
And he walks into the room. What is the patient's name? Does she have a name?
I need to put
Her
more
name.
books in front of me so that I have like
Her name is Diana.
great.
Diana Gilbert.
Great. I'm gonna write it down.
What did it say? Like Diana Goodman, because that's like the next normal character. That'd be too. So that's close. Okay. And he walks in. He's like, "Hey, hello there, Diana. How are you today?"
She like is very out of it at the moment and kind of like looks at you with a scowl and like rolls her eyes, but it's like not that forthcoming.
I get it. It's hard to come into a place, but don't you worry. We'll take good care of you. And then he has to confirm her name and date of birth so that they have the right patient, which I guess you probably have a tag on, I would assume. I mean, that's what they do nowadays, but
Yeah,
I hope they did
probably.
this in the 40s too.
Sure.
Some kind of,
Let's hope they did.
yeah, of
So
identifying her
you
so they know they have the
see
right person.
Diana Gilbert, birthday in December 4th, 1919.
All right. And so then he'll like do his assessment of her, like her physical his physical assessment of her, and he'll like chart it all down, and he'll hand it over to Grace, and he'll have like Grace take her vitals and all that stuff. And then I'd be like, all right, Grace, so looks like we're getting some ECT today. You know, you've had that done before, huh?
She nods.
All right, well, don't you worry. We'll get it taken care of and we'll get you on your way, all right? And then I guess they would do the setup and do the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly what that looks
I
like.
don't either. I should have looked it up, but it's fine.
It's all right.
I'll just.
But he's going to be the one who does it.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
do they have somebody else who'll come in and do it?
He's going to be the one who does it.
Okay. All right.
Low funding. So, I mean, it's like not that new at this point. I think it was like 38 when it was like started, so it's been around for a while. So Grace is hanging kind of back, like when she took Diana's vitals, she was very like stiff, and it's hard to tell whether or not it's just her being stiff and not that good of a bedside manner, or something else going on. But she does like go through the whole procedure with you with relative ease. Doesn't talk, but does everything that you need her to do. Does it go well? That's the question that I have.
Good. I don't know. I mean, does it need to go badly for it to have an
No.
effect? So then I guess it probably can go fine then. I mean, because if it would go badly, it's probably because he didn't give the right amount of medication,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we could do if you want.
I think it's fine for it to go well.
Okay.
It goes well, and you kind of probably make a move to leave, or even just leave the room. And Grace doesn't follow you immediately. Which Will probably notices.
Okay. So he'll have her outside of the room to do his charting of of the procedure and everything. But he'll be outside of the room. And he'll notice that she's didn't follow right out with him, and he'll notice that it's not like she's talking to the patient, or really. I think he'll peek his head in and see if she's what she's doing.
She's just standing there staring at Diana and at the bed.
Nurse Reek, is everything okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to make sure that she's okay.
Okay. I'm just finishing out charting out here. Do you have any charting you need to do? Or you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Do you need me for anything else right now?
No, I mean, I think we're good here. Just kind of moving on down the line of the patients here, and yeah, I think we're good here. If she's all set, I've got everything I need.
Okay.
Are you?
I think I'll just stay here for a few minutes.
He just kind of looks at her and waits for her to say something else.
Actually, can I see her chart?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you've got to do your documentation too, so of course. I mean,
She takes it from you and sits down in a chair in the room and begins to like very thoroughly kind of read through everything. And unless you say anything to her, she'll be doing that for a while, just kind of examining everything. And
I think he'll like finish doing his documentation with what he's doing, and then he'll kind of check in with her again of, is there something you're looking for that maybe I can help with, or what's
no, just being thorough.
right, thorough.
Dr. Wolf, you have other patients you should probably get to.
Okay. Well, come find me if you need me, okay?
Okay.
All right. So I think he'll put the chart back, and then he'll kind of bounce around and check in with where things are at, and I think he'll like kind of swing back around and peek in the room to see if she's still in there and what she's doing.
After you kind of finish on the rest of the ward and you peek in and see that Grace is still in the room, Diana's asleep in the bed, and Grace is still where you left her, sitting in the chair, just looking at the bed.
He'll peek his head in again, and since Diana's asleep, he'll kind of come up next to Grace and, hey, you're exactly where I left you.
Hey, sorry, is there, she gets up from the chair. What can where should I go next? What can I be doing?
Hey, look at me. Something's going on with you. This is not like you, Grace. So,
We can talk about it later.
you sure later? Like,
Actually, I think I should go home.
you need to go home.
I think I need to go home.
And his he just like has this really worried expression and like looks at her and, okay, yeah, if you need to go home, Grace, then. And he like goes to reach out to touch her, and then he remembers where they are, and hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay, we'll talk about this at home though.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I do anything?
No,
All right, I'll
it's just a week. It's fine.
Grace. What? Do you know her?
I'll see you at home, okay?
Okay.
And she moves to leave the room. And as she does, she reaches out a hand and kind of puts it on your shoulder and just gives it like a squeeze and leaves.
He just like takes a deep breath and like looks over at Diana sleeping on the bed. Just is like, what is going on here? But he'll just keep working until everything is settled enough that he can leave. And then he will hurry home after after everything is okay. kind of dealt with.
You get home and they live together at this point, I think. We'll say.
Yeah, I guess.
Sure. I don't know. You get
We can.
home
Yep.
and open the door, and all of the lights are off. But you can see, even without the lights on, that Grace is just kind of sitting at the table in the living room.
He'll turn the lights on when he comes in. Hey,
Hey,
how you doing?
I don't know.
You don't know. And I think he comes up behind her and he puts his hands on her shoulders and just kind of rubs her shoulders and kisses the top of her head. Uh, what what are you thinking about? What's going on?
When you were alive, did you also have rage problems?
I mean, I got angry, but I mean, nothing like I do now. Why?
Maybe I don't know, maybe we all get chosen by the right clan. I don't know if it's
Chosen?
God or just good research.
What do you mean?
Embraced. Maybe it's not that being a Bruja gives you rage problems. Maybe you had those before and then you just became a kindred.
I mean, it's possible. It maybe it just made it worse. You think? Took what potential I had and just pushed it to the max, maybe. And he kind of squats down on the floor so that he's eye level with her, and he has his like hand on her leg, and so a patient today. She seemed familiar to you, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell me about it? I mean, you don't have to, Grace. You don't. I can just sit here with you, and just hold you, and not say a word. I'll do whatever you want me to do.
I wonder if the ECT will work.
For Diana,
Yeah. She has a lot of problems.
well, it seems to do something for her. She's still getting the treatment, so is that.
Maybe, but 28, beautiful, strapped to a hospital bed.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Did you see that she's been there for a long time?
Yeah. She still has value, Grace.
I know that. I'm surprised they sent those patients to us.
Yeah, it doesn't happen like that very often.
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe, if they're recognizing that they're overextended.
Yeah. Getting them the best care that they can.
Yeah.
They get to get a change of scenery, which can be stressful, but it's also good, you know.
She was admitted by her parents.
Wow. How old was she?
She was 17.
Is that familiar to you?
Well, I was 16.
Only 16, huh?
Same hospital, though.
Grace.
I think I've always been crazy.
Grace, you're so much more than just crazy.
But I am crazy.
You, it's not that that's not the only thing about you. It's just a you get some disordered brain wiring, that's all. It's,
I always thought that they were wrong. And it was we had to
you,
deal with a problem that I didn't want to deal with. And, I got out eventually. But I don't think they were wrong.
they love you. They're trying to help you,
Yeah,
you think?
I know.
But you're the one who did the work to get out of there.
Well, I love you.
I love you. more than anything.
I didn't know before all of this what that felt like.
All of this meaning what, being a kindred?
Yeah. Meeting you.
No. I'm glad you got to.
I wish my
Ever.
parents could. I wish that they could see, they could meet you in relation to me. See
Yeah.
us together.
Me too. What would you want them to see?
That I'm capable of love.
You don't think they knew that?
No. That's why they sent me away.
How do you know that? What makes you think that about it?
Well, is the world just full of cruel coincidences? You've been alive a long time.
I don't know. Sometimes I think so. Sometimes I think there's got to be more to it. Guess depends on the day that you ask me.
What about today?
Today, learning about all this with you feels like it's pretty cruel.
Yeah.
I hate to see you suffering.
I don't like talking about myself very much.
I know.
Will I know Diana?
How's that?
Well, I guess I don't know her that well, but
Were you in the hospital with her
no.
as a kid?
I'm like 40. Well,
I don't math very good. And you look really great.
I don't look a day over 30.
You don't? You're very distracting. So how do you know Diana?
I'm trying to find the right words. That's not usually hard for me.
It's not. That's usually me.
Maybe you're rubbing off on me too much.
Oh no, that's. I'm so sorry.
Most of the time it's good. I You're not supposed to talk about these things. That's why there's not great language about it.
You know, we don't pay attention to any kind of rules like that. You and me. We just talk about whatever we want to talk about because it's us. There's nothing we can't talk about. You and me.
Yeah. Diana is my daughter.
Your daughter. Oh, Grace.
I don't know. That's not the right word. I've only met her the one time.
Oh, Grace. I'm so sorry. You. Somebody hurt you, Grace?
No. No.
Okay. Okay. Hey, that happens. There's nothing wrong with that.
You're a very open-minded individual.
Women have babies. It happens.
It does happen.
He takes his hand and he kind of traces, like moves the hair out of her face and puts his hand on her cheek. Have you ever told anyone about her?
I mean, my parents know.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten to talk about her ever?
I talked about her at the hospital.
I can't even imagine, Grace.
You can't. And I can tell that you're feeling compassion towards me right now. And I want to preserve that. But I don't know if you have the right image of me in your head.
I don't understand, Grace. What?
my parents wanted me to raise her. To keep her. Obviously, I didn't.
Why would that mean that you don't deserve my compassion, Grace?
I don't know.
I feel like you deserve even more of it now.
Why?
Because, I mean, being a parent is... it's a lot. I mean, I've never done it, but you were so young, Grace. You were so young. And you had so much ahead of you. And you did what you thought was best for the both of you. And that's a brave choice.
Yeah. That's a charitable way to put it.
Have you not forgiven yourself for that choice?
I don't think I could have made any other choice. I don't know. I mean, it was obviously scandalous, and I didn't get to talk to many people while I was pregnant, but my mom just kept telling me about how much I was gonna love her and how everything changes as soon as you hold them, and that didn't happen. It was so easy to give her away. I don't even know if I'm... You want to know why I'm upset seeing her in the hospital?
Why?
It's not because I feel bad for her. It's not because I wish I knew her or had gotten to raise her. It's because she's confirmation that I probably was actually crazy. I thought they sent me away because I couldn't love my baby. But what if they were right?
He just sits there with her. I don't know, Grace. I don't know what to say. know that I love you.
I love you. I really, really love you.
I mean, different people are built for different things, and you just weren't built to be a mother, and that's fine. And you were self-aware enough to know that, and you wanted her to have better. Or you,
Now she's strapped to a bed.
well, there's a lot we don't understand. And who's to say she'd be any different if you raised her yourself, or if your parents raised her, or
Oh, she'd probably be the same. I hope that she never has children. We can get rid of this.
I don't think you're something to be gotten rid of, Grace. I know you've got your struggles. I mean, we all do, but you make my life better. Maybe that's selfish,
I don't think it's
but
selfish.
it's true.
What?
I wish I could take some of this pain away from you. I wish you could see what I see when I look at you. I wish you could feel the joy I feel when I see you and you smile at me, or when you call me William.
Yes, but I can't see those things because I know all of myself. And you don't.
Then let me in, Grace. Let me. I know you're not perfect. I know you got.
I'm trying. I've never told anyone this before.
That means a lot to me.
don't know
No,
if
no.
I like that you know it.
Well, I guess time will tell.
I
What do you
don't want you to feel bad for me, Will. Okay.
All right. I won't feel bad for you.
It happened. Today I feel it. Tomorrow I move on.
You can take longer than just today, Grace. This is a lot, even for anyone.
I don't know why I kept track of her for a few years when I was alive, but stopped after a while.
What did you learn about her?
Nothing interesting. She was a child. Lived a few towns over.
Do you want to know her now?
No, I don't.
That's okay.
Do you actually believe that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a complicated thing.
It's just it doesn't feel complicated. It feels easy.
Hmm. Well, I mean, that is different, I would say. I wouldn't expect that. But I'm a savvy sentimentalist, so I don't know, Grace.
You seem just as confused as my parents did.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I never, I didn't know if I would ever be a father. I was just kind of assumed you get married, you have kids. But that never happened for me. So I don't know what it's like to have someone in the world that you helped create, be it human or kindred. So I don't feel like I can really judge you, Grace.
Okay.
Guess I want to know why. Do you want to know why? Do you ask yourself that?
Why what?
Why there's no pull to her? I
What?
no, I said she's your daughter, and I'm curious about her.
Why?
Because she came from you, and I adore you.
I would hope that it's my personality that you adore and not my genetics.
Yeah, but aren't your genetics part of your personality? That's part of what makes you you.
Yeah, well, we've seen that's true. Makes us crazy. The Reeg women.
But you're not just crazy, Grace. You are a nurse. You're a fucking doctor. Even though you don't get to do that, you are a doctor. You are Dr. Grace Reeg. And someday that's gonna be on a fucking plaque outside of your office.
Yeah.
And you're fucking good at your job.
I am. I'm incredible at it.
You are? And I know this doesn't carry the weight of those things, but you're my fucking girlfriend. And I fucking love you.
Carries a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You know what I told the hospital? I told them that I didn't love her because I didn't think I would be a good mother. That I was scared of the responsibility. Got me out. I'm sure I would have been a fine mother. I'm good at most things.
Yeah. I'm sure you would have been. It wasn't your path, Grace.
Yeah.
You'd done things differently. wouldn't be here.
You're probably right.
You might not be a doctor, might not have served.
I think if the same offer had been made to me and I had kept Diana, I still would have taken it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, how old would she be?
She would have been 15 when I started this.
Well,
I don't want you to see me any differently because of this.
it's all hypotheticals. That, like you said, that they're not helpful. Doesn't matter,
It looks
right?
like it's bothering you.
No, it's I guess a little. You can like hear everything he's saying.
He's like upstairs.
He's like me. I'm the Ari in the relationship. Sean's always like, you don't have to say it so loud. I'm right here.
Why does it bother you?
I mean, because I don't know, leaving a 15-year-old daughter when you're 15. It's I don't know.
I
Kids need their parents. Is all.
I didn't do it.
I know you didn't. You made the choice from the beginning, which was a good choice. That was the right choice for you.
Yeah. And I don't know, Will. You never had and you never could have the opportunity to be a mother.
No, I couldn't. And we're not so critical of fathers, so.
If I had raised Diana, that's the only thing I would have done. And she's obviously not worth it.
You can't know that.
I've saved how many lives in the last 15 years? And have infinity in front of me? It would be worth it to trade that for one life.
Yeah. I guess it just depends on how you look at it. It doesn't matter, Grace. That's
It does matter. I want you to love me. And
I do.
this is how I feel and what I've done.
I do love you. And I think you made the right choice for you. And you're right, you've saved an infinite number of lives. You really have. I can't argue with that.
Then why are you looking at me like that?
Not.
Okay.
Like what?
I don't know. I don't know how much else there is to say about all of this.
Is that, I mean,
Yeah. I'm new to this.
I know you are. What can I do?
Nothing. There's nothing to do. It was just, it was jarring seeing her, and that's it.
Yeah.
Please, please don't. Please don't talk to anyone about this. Even Anna.
No, of course not. This is just between you and me.
Thank you.
I still love you, you know.
I know.
And I'm glad you can talk to me about this stuff.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice change, huh?
I think I need to go for a walk and clear my head.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing you don't need me for that.
Yeah, I think a walk alone would be best.
Okay.
Thank you.
You don't have to thank me.
I know, but I appreciate being able to tell you and that you noticed something was wrong. Okay.
It's, it's what I'm here for. It's like the plus sides of this whole thing.
Yeah. I'll be back. Okay.
I'll be here.
And she like reaches over and kisses your cheek and gets up.
And he lets her go.
Well, if you can I don't want to work on Diana anymore. If you could assign somebody else.
Oh, of course. It's already done.
Okay.
I if I had known, I never would have assigned it that way to begin with.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
Okay. And she leaves and closes the door behind you.
And he sits in the chair that she was at and just kind of like runs his hands through his hair. And he just kind of sits there deep in thought, I think, till she gets back.
I'm curious what Will is thinking about.
He's thinking about. I think he's torn. I think he's like trying to think through, like he's perplexed at like how she could be so detached. Um, I think he's trying to figure out, does it bother him as much as he thinks it does or not? Uh, but I don't think it changes how he feels about her, though. I think it's something that perplexes him
Hmm.
because he doesn't get it. Um, yeah.